海賊王になる男だ。
What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cali Mac on the track. Now, who bringing it back, and we are back with Trash Sit Down episode 160, I think.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm right. All right, good. I
you're
second
right.
guessed myself for a second there.
I know. Before you had you're like, damn, we're at 160. Shit.
Yo, Deadass just said that. You're right. Yo, oh my god. Yo, don't smoke, kids. All right.
Stay off the weed, like Stephen A would say. Stay off the weed.
Heck nah.
I'm not one to talk, so.
Yeah. I'm here with the gang, almost as usual. You feel me? Our boy Y Huts unfortunately couldn't make it this episode. He had to handle some business. But as always, you know we're gonna hold it down for our missing crew member, and he will be back next week. So it's all good. We'll hold it down until then. Other than that, we do got that boy Mr. G in the building. What's going on, my brother?
What's good, guys? I know I've been away the last 2 weeks. I appreciate you guys holding it down. I have a few shout outs. The week before, when I missed the first week, it was my little from college, because we had a whole big little system.
Right.
My grand little, it was actually his wedding. So congratulations, Dylan and his wife, Melissa.
Nice.
Thank you guys for inviting me. And then last week, my grandmother passed away. So
Condolences, man.
thank you guys. Thank you guys for holding it down. Yesterday was her funeral. So, that's why I'm wearing my outfit that I wore yesterday, black, just to mourn her. But, thank you to my abuelita for everything. I've been a mess, just trying to be there for my mom and sister and stuff. But,
Understandable,
I
bro.
just miss her a lot. But on good news, she's at least back with my grandfather, who passed away close to a year ago now. So that is one thing to take solace in and be happy about. And also shout out to I got to see some fighting game friends yesterday, because after that I went to Industry City, because one of our mutual friends, Acoustics, had a sumo wrestling tournament, his debut, and he came in third place, which was fucking awesome. It was a spectacle. I got to meet Katana Prime, saw the Kill Stage there, Explicit, Ironside, Rusty.
The whole New York gang was in there. Nice.
Ozzy, oh man, like that shit was, it was
nice.
It was awesome. But if they do it again, we should definitely try to meet up, Cali. That shit was mad fun.
That would definitely be dope. You could always find some crazy stuff going on in the city for sure. It's New York
facts.
for you. All right, well, definitely condolences for your grandma.
Thank you. Oh, and one more final shout out, because I was depressed. I actually got a new tattoo. So
ain't nothing like a tattoo to get that depression out of you.
So shout out to my boy Nico. I actually got Smog, the dragon from Lord of the Rings,
nice
on my arm. It's not done, because I'm gonna add a few things like he's like chasing it type of thing. But So thank you. This shit came out fire. And my mom was upset, but
Yo, you gonna end up whole upper body tatted at this point, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I think the arms. I don't want to put anything else on my chest. I like my Lord of the Rings one there. And
okay.
The back hurts, so I don't know if I'll do it, but we'll see. But I don't want to do it's getting too expensive. So
I hear that. Yeah. Tattoos are cool, man, and they're addicting. Once you get a couple, it's like you want all of them.
Number 19, so I gotta chill.
Golly, yeah, you're lit. All right. Last but not least, that boy Stray had mine in the building. What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. What's going on, everyone? I don't really have too much to say, but I'm just glad to be here on this Sunday, and I hope everyone's doing well. And can't wait to get more into this One Piece content, because this next character we're getting into is very fun.
This is definitely going to be a good one. We are on break week, as you guys know. For the past few break weeks, we have been diving into our One Piece fighting game doc. For those of you guys that don't know, we started about a year or two ago. We started a Google Doc, where we started creating our very own One Piece 2D fighting game. We went over the entire game plays, the different mechanics, and so recently we've been going over the characters and what the characters would play like. So we are going to continue that today by going over Usopp's character. We've already done Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro. So if you guys want to get more info on those characters, or more info on how the game mechanics will work in general, We'll be going over it a little bit in this video, but we're mostly going to be focused on the character Usopp. So if you guys want to get more info on the game in general, feel free to check out the last couple YouTube videos we've done over break weeks. We'll put those links in the description so you can check those out. But yeah, other than that, ain't much else, right? Let's just get right into it.
Also,
Sure.
for those that do watch the videos, and if you guys have any ideas that we could add to the characters that we've done that we didn't think of, by all means, please let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys think, if you like, if you don't like. No, I mean, we're trying to send this to Arxis when we're finished so we can get this thing started, man. We're gonna bring this One Piece fighting game to life. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
In the credits, you'll see our names, so
Yeah.
I said that right there.
Yep, absolutely. All right, What?
Callie, real quick. Can you bring it up over
I'm sorry.
Discord so we can see?
I'm sorry.
Oh, yes.
My own crew can't see us. I'm a terrible captain. I gotta do better.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right, you guys good? You guys should be in there, all right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So today we are going over Usopp, Sniper King, Soga King, God Usopp, the GOAT himself. So one of the main things that we discussed right before this episode actually was how we wanted to differentiate Usopp and Nami, right? Because Usopp and Nami both have long range hits, but we don't want them to both just play as just straight long range throwing stuff on the screen. We want them to have differences, you know what I mean? So I think one of the things that we want to do is steer Usopp to being more towards a pure zoner, like just pure throwing projectiles at his opponent. We want to try and spice it up a little bit, but we want to try and keep that for the most part towards Usopp's archetype, so then when we go to Nami's archetype, we can kind of fit a little bit more trap set play ass things with her lightning and Zeus and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, with that in mind, Usopp, we could start with his S button. What do we call it? His S button again? I don't even know if we had a name for it. Unique attack, whatever.
Yeah, like unique action.
So yeah, if we got any ideas for unique or special, or where we starting? I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Okay.
So like we were discussing before, he could be, zone in while trap base at the very same time, make it where he shoots like the pop green seeds, and then they still attack you, but they plant, unique traps or whatever. So make those all his pop green stuff that we're thinking of his S button, with maybe some exception of supers or whatever, maybe down the line.
I'm not mad at that. That would actually, I think that would be the perfect way to do it, so we could have that function specifically set to that button, and then everything else could be dedicated to his zoning. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. Yeah. So he has several pop green moves.
Are they actually called pop greens? Is that like what they're actually called?
Yeah, pop green.
Well, his slings. Yeah, it is pop green, and then his slingshot is called Kuro Kabuto. So.
Kuro Kabuto. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So how would we want to?
Yeah. So you can make it either one or two ways. You can make A, where it's like hitting S while going in certain directions or whatever will make him shoot the pop green, but at certain distances of how you have it. Like, I don't know, make it where like you hold the S button and maybe you can like literally move the analog stick to rotate it based off of like your aim direction, and then you shoot it. Wherever you shoot, the pop green will, land. And it also does damage while traveling, but once it lands, it turns into that pop green trap. We can make that tied to a S button itself, or we can tie it to S with special inputs, whichever you want to do it like.
So when he shoots one, it would go off in whatever direction we press. So like he could go up, directly down.
Yeah,
so
you aim it yourself.
So he could be airborne shooting directly downward.
Yep. He can airborne shoot directly downward. You can be on the ground, aim it up. You could be on the ground aiming across the screen, no matter what. But the seeds itself do damage while traveling, and then once it lands, it turns into a trap.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. What you think, Mister?
Um, question. So let's say like S down, S forward, and S back. Like, are they like? Is it this? Are they different pop greens, or like would they control different distances? Like let's say if we just do S, would it be like a medium distance, or S forward would be far, then S back?
S.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I think we can have it where like maybe two things where S it by itself could be one of Usopp's pop green moves, but that is the one where he gets free range control. The player gets free range control of over how Usopp shoots it. Like with the you hold the S button, and then with the analog stick or joystick or whatever controller you're using, you can aim it. Like it'll be visually shown aiming it, and you once you release, that's the pop green will shoot in that direction. And that could be one of his moves. And then we can tie it to where the S button and like S quarter circle forward or S quarter circle back will be other pop green moves
Yeah. Okay. I
that
see
shoot
that. I see it.
across. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. 'Cause I was also thinking like the pop green, like if it misses the enemy, falls to the ground, it could make like little vines that if they step on it, they get stuck, they get stunned for like a little bit.
You can make that his the Venus flytrap that he has a pop green, the pop green Venus flytrap move he does, where it those traps, those plant traps come out and like they're eating people or they're holding people in place or whatever, like he did to
Yeah, like this, like is
to
like you see it
Marco and them.
like clamping at someone's ankles or some shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But if it hits the person, then it should like just like how in the movie, right? Was it Stampede against Bullet? Um, remember that because he had the seat on him, it like wrapped around him like after over time. Maybe
Yeah.
you know, just maybe it'll wrap them real quick, and they gotta like wiggle out, or you know, if they get hit on
You
the
don't
ground,
mean
but if they
wiggle
get hit
out
in
like
the
they
air,
need to mash out,
they gotta
right?
mash out. Yeah,
I
like
feel
mash
like
out.
that's a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
You feel like
I
that's too
think
crazy?
that's delving into arena fighter territory. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, just you know, just ideas. But like,
No, I get you.
if you hit him in the air though, it'll like wrap him and then ground them real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, so you're thinking. So wait, Mister, because I thought. What? Let me ask you this: are you thinking of like Usopp gets different? The player gets different rewards based on whether Usopp hits you or not, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is it where they get an instant reward if they hit you, or is it more like the property of the actual trap itself changes whether they connect with you or not? If they land on the trap in the first place, like let's say hypothetically a player jumped and I use the S button to aim the pop green at that player in the air and I smack them with it. Does the trap instantly come out at that point, or do they still have to like trigger it in some way?
I think that it should. I think that it shouldn't function in too many ways.
Yeah, then we make it confusing.
Yeah, not only that, but he'd also be broken if his S button just anti-air pushed you to the ground and became a trap if it missed and hit you and comboed if it hit. You know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't have that many functions.
Oh yeah, like all that stuff tied into one.
Yeah, I think it should. So like, if we're doing the seed thing, I think it should either. I like the idea of it wrapping the opponents to the ground if it anti-airs, but I also like the idea of it falling and becoming a trap. Regardless, so I think we should pick one of those two ideas and stick with it. At least just for that, because right now I'm talking about just the S button direction, like just the pop green seed thing.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, we can, if we really want to have it where Usopp drags someone's down as like an anti-air, we can make that into a whole separate move.
I was gonna say, I do think that would function better with this seed thing, especially considering we can put it in whatever direction we want. There's no need for it to have anti-air property if I'm in the air shooting directly down at an opponent. You know what I'm saying? In that case, I would want I think it would make more sense if it functioned as the seed that turns into a trap in that case, because I could just jump up, throw a seed down, now I got a trap, now I got space, and I can zone you out. You know what I mean? I think that would make more sense on this kit.
Yeah.
Would it?
Yeah,
So
I'm
would the seed combo and hit? So if the seed hits them, does it automatically wrap them in?
I was gonna ask that, but what? Because like that didn't happen right with Bullet at first, right? It took time. So what if we need to hit them directly like 3 times or something? Like there's like a marker, like you got to build up type of thing before it wraps. What do you guys think? Because if it wraps them, if it hits them and it wraps them every time, that gets a little fucking OP.
Yeah, but okay. How about? Well, first let me ask this because I was kind of thinking this. The seeds, right? I know I said that that he could shoot them and the seeds do damage and they turn into traps and stuff like that, right?
Mm.
Will the seeds do small damage, like small?
Yeah, minuscule.
Like really
it's not doing.
damage?
Yeah, it's not doing any damage at all. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I like that because make it seem like he's just super annoying on the surface level stuff, but then the trap stuff is like the real danger.
Yeah. Question though. We can't. Can we kill on chip? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we could throw a little seed and get a fucking chip kill.
I don't remember if we did we. I don't remember if we said anything about that. I don't remember. I don't think we discussed.
We really didn't talk about that. I felt like we did. Did we not?
We might have not written it down. Maybe we just home.
You might have talked about it, just not written it down.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Dang, what did we say? Did we say
I feel like we went against
chip
kills. I feel like we went against chip kills only because all the games that we modeled after it, none of them actually have chip kills. Well, Blaze Blue does.
3 does. And Blaze Blue. Yeah, Guilty Gear does too.
Guilty Gear? No, I guess it does. You're right, because they have the faultless barrier.
But it depends on like the move, though. You know what I mean? Like, what if it's like, I don't know.
Do we have do we need that for Usopp right now? I don't want to get too sidetracked.
No, let's not. We don't have to worry about it right now. We can discuss that later.
So I think we can either do it. I do think that it is OP if he just has to press S, and if it hits you, you're automatically caught in hit stun, like in free combo. If I hit you with a full screen projectile that doesn't cost anything, you know what I mean? So maybe. So what we can either do is we can either keep it as that and just have it have ridiculous cooldown or super active, super punishable, something so that you can't just spam it. You know what I mean? Or maybe we take out the hitbox and we just make it so he just shoots seeds directly into the ground.
I like the hitbox.
I do like the hitbox. I do like the way that we. So maybe we just have it so that we can have it like that, but it has a shit ton of recovery.
I think maybe just make it to where like if you anti-air with it and it connects, it's still a trap. But maybe make it where it doesn't activate until after you hit the ground, and then once you jump over it again, it'll snag you out the air, something like that, or wrap around you or whatever.
Wait, I thought we weren't doing the anti-air thing anymore, just because we didn't want it to do.
I thought that's what we were. Oh, wait. So you talking about just in general, like just the pop green wraps around you?
Yeah. Okay. Period. That's what I meant. Yeah, when I said it like that. So because if that's the case, then it wouldn't matter if it's in the air or on the ground. If it's just gonna do it, it would just do it regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So is it ground only or air okay too? Like the wrapping, would you have to step over it, or can you jump over?
Are you talking about on block or whiff?
Or in general, right? Because once it connects, we said we're not going to have it instantly activate, right? Like it's still.
Yeah, the way I saw it was if you blocked it, the seed falls to the ground, and if you block it or it whiffs, the seed touches the ground. Once the seed touches the ground, it turns into whatever the trap is.
If they block it, should it still turn into a trap if it goes to the ground?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the
Yeah.
real issue is what happens if they hit with the seed. That's the real.
That's why I
Whether
was like,
they're in the air
maybe
or on the ground, what should happen if they get hit with the seed?
that's why I was like,
I
if they got to get hit 3 times with the seed, before they activate the wrap.
Oh, that's like Film Red. What he did with the yeah. Have y'all seen Film Red?
yeah.
God, on the One Piece podcast, you guys see the One Piece movie? Like, that's like what he did against the Big Bad when he kept hitting them and one of the seeds got into the crevice.
That's what I was talking about before. That's what I was saying.
Ah, okay.
That's what I was saying with the whole wrap thing. Like you got to hit him 3 times with it because
Yeah.
like, but it's got to be hits, not blocks. You know what I mean? And then there'll be a marker on the person, like it'll show, like if they get hit 3 times, then the wrap activates, and then you get a free combo.
I think it should be low key more than 3 times. I ain't
think
gonna hold
so?
you because
I think 3 is a lot, dude.
the way I see these, like here's the thing. These pop greens will, whether you get hit or block, will do something regardless, right?
Yeah.
Like on their own, each pop green on in and of itself will be a trap. So Usopp is a zoner and he's going to be chucking these on the screen and stuff. So giving him an award that powerful only at 3 seeds, I feel like it's a little too much.
We also got to think, if we're treating this as a projectile, it obviously depends on the skill level, but hitting somebody, no, I was gonna say hitting somebody with projectile that many times in a fighting game, but it's not the hardest thing in the world. Especially if
I'm about to say hitting 3 people with
character. Yeah.
I'm about to say, like, then we got assists too. We're gonna have assists, and assists are gonna hold people into place. You could combo people.
You know what I'm thinking? Honestly, what I'm thinking now is I think we just scrap that shit. I think we just scrap the seed doing anything on hit. I think the seed should hit them on hit. I think no matter whether they hit it or block it or it misses, it should just fall to the ground and turn into a trap. Because I also feel this way it would add more. I think it would flesh out the character a little bit more. I feel like you would be able to zone, or you'd be able to combo with the seed, and you'd be able to do the seed mid combo, and it'll fall to the ground into a trap, and then you can continue your combo maybe into the trap to continue the combo or get knocked down or something like that. Or you'd be able to do the seed on block with an assist, and then it automatically turns to a trap. Now you have mad blocks done to work with. I think that, that wouldn't matter on hit regard. I think that I do think it should turn into a trap regardless on hit or block. It should just fall down.
Yeah, that's where I'm getting at anyway. So I think maybe making it where if it hits, if you add another condition to it where it hits and a certain number of hits, it does something else. I think that might add a little too much sauce onto
Usopp. Okay.
Yeah, because we're already working with assists and stuff like that too.
Because I was thinking, like, instead of 3, you make it 5, but at the third one, the enemy starts slowing down. Like, you start seeing, like, vines forming on them, and their movement starts becoming sluggish until the 5th one, they become actually stunned. Just because you can't keep getting hit, like, just to show, like, because you're playing against Usopp, you can't keep getting hit by these pop seeds.
But that's
but that's why they're turning into traps,
right? So if they're just falling to the ground and turning into traps, regardless, then even if you're getting hit with them, you're setting up Usopp setting up the screen. Even if you're just letting him hit you with them, he's setting up the screen so you can't do as much. How many would we have maximum too? By the way,
maximum that could be on the sea. Maximum traps,
because he can't just have a million traps on the floor.
Number, right?
Yeah. Well, and we should
3.
Well, actually, before that, we should probably figure out what exactly this trap is and does.
Oh yeah. So I said the S button should be tied to the Venus flytrap move he does. What's it called? Midori Bushi Devil.
Mm-hmm.
Pop green, the Venus flytrap one. So if you block it, whether you block it or you get hit by it, the seed falls down and and if you step over it, it turns into a Venus flytrap that holds you in place. And as it holds you in place, obviously you'll be able to combo from that, like, or do setup or whatever else.
Okay. Seed falls to the ground, turns into a sapling on the ground. When the
They got
stepped on
so
the
many
opponent,
moves.
the sapling turns into the Venus flytrap. And
that's why I'm not even worried about giving Usopp a bunch of like conditions to his stuff, because he has so many moves to
so
pull
many
from.
moves. Yeah, you're right.
And
You're right.
on top of that, we have assists in the game and stuff like that. So I think Usopp will be fine in terms of like if we leave it like this and stuff like that. In terms of his S moves, yeah, the Venus flytrap, you could put.
But I think we still want this move to have a decent amount of recovery, though, right? He shouldn't just be firing this shit off.
I think 3. He should have max 3 bullets right at once. Like
max 3 traps on the. What I'm trying to. This character with. I think most characters that put stuff on the screen have like maximum of 2. Cagliostro has 2 ground, 2 air. I know Testament had 2. I think Testament was 2 ground, 2 air too, and plus R. But
so
Usopp wouldn't really do air. It's mostly ground.
Yeah.
I
think 3 is kind of OD because you can put one middle, back, forward, and then
nearby.
They literally can't do anything. There should be a dead zone where the opponent should be able to still work. It shouldn't just be an end all be all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fine. 2.
I think 2 is cool.
2's good. 2's good.
2's fine.
Yeah.
Are we cool with? I just want to specify that it has a lot of recovery. Are we cool with that? Or should he just be able to just fire these shits?
A lot of recovery after the third one.
How about this? Here's the question.
Oh, it's too
do the seeds themselves, like the actual firing seeds, do they have very low hit?
You're not comboing off the seed unless I don't think you're comboing off the seed unless you're in like very niche situations.
Like a stupid crazy combo, like like super specific, like in the corner.
Like you call your assist before you call the seed. You call a high hit stun assist before you call the seed, and you get a combo. Like really niche situations like that. Yeah, go ahead.
Then how about this? The seeds themselves have very low hit stun and very low block stun too, and also soft instant recovery if you anti-air with it as well. Like it won't smack you straight back to the ground. You could jump recover or whatever if you get hit by it in the air. And in return, Usopp they have low recovery, which means that Usopp can fire them a little bit. With that.
If it's only 2 on the thing, and he's a zoner, so he should be able to just throw shit out anyway. Yeah. So I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, because he'll have other moves that he can throw out too. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I'm cool with this for his S button.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what are we thinking for specials? He has to have Firebird as one, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Firebird is like a given.
Oh, and if you could just put, obviously one of his costumes is going to be the Sugar King costume.
What? You want me to write that?
No, we'll remember. Yeah, we'll
get to costumes. Yeah, let's. Yeah. Are we cool with Firebird special? We cool with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Which move is that again?
That's the shot through the world government flag at Ennis.
Oh yeah. We can. Yeah,
that could be like the Hawkeye one where he could hit, full screen pretty much anytime. It just doesn't do a lot of damage.
Oh, you want that to be a stop it super?
Oh, you want it to be a super move? Oh wait, okay, I'm confused now.
No, because Hawkeye has, the super that he does that, is instant and it gets you anywhere on the screen. So we call it the stop it super because basically if you're doing any move, the moment Hawkeye does it, you're smacked.
Unless you're under the person, unless you're under him because he jumps
unless
up.
You're right under him, yeah.
Yeah.
So would y'all rather do this for a super then and model it after that, or
I had some ideas for a super though, but I mean, well, let me just tell you. So let me get your opinion. So he still has some iconic pop green stuff, like the pop green bamboo, where he shoots down and a bunch of
The
bamboo
bamboos come
come up
up
and
from the ground. Yeah.
yeah,
the,
I
the
think that
take
move
job. Yeah.
has to be incorporated with Usopp because I think that's in many different One Piece games. So I think we should have it in here too,
That'd be cool for a
whether
super, I
it's a
think.
super or special or something.
Yeah, I
He
think
also,
that'd be cool for a super.
he also has his super where he makes the kabuto really big too. He does a few things, bro. Like it's now I'm going through his shit. It's kind of crazy. One of the ideas I was thinking of, he had a counter super. You know, Callie, you were saying before we started, um, where he's about to get hit or whatever, and then or he does get hit, and then Luffy comes
Yeah.
and messes up the person. Instead of Luffy, it's the four. It's Zoro, Luffy, Sanji, Chopper, just like in Water 7. You know, and when Frankie beat up Usopp, then you see the four of them pop up, or like all the Straw Hats pop up in like the shadows, and they
I
beat up
actually really
whoever.
like that idea. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
know,
I really like
right?
that for a super. I can't lie to you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I like that a
Because
lot.
when you said that, it just made me immediately think of that moment because when they saw Usopp get fucked up that first time, bro, even after they had their fight or whatever, and no, they didn't have their fight yet, but like them popping up and Frankie's headquarters, like just ready to fuck shit up, like that shit was a moment, and like I think that should definitely be represented
That'd be
in our
cool,
fighting
and
game.
it'd be cool if we did that, and like if Usopp got hit, he does the super, Usopp gets punched during the super, and he loses a little bit of health,
Hmm.
but then the guys come behind him and just beat the fuck out of the opponent,
Yeah, I think that'd be.
and then it could be
I think
like
it'd be
that could
great.
be one of the stronger supers maybe to compensate for him losing a little bit of health. That's just idea. I'm spitballing, but
No,
yeah.
I like that idea, and then have the animation of him getting hit be like a bad hit, like with the knee just he just took recently, you know, like a super hard hit, like you know that we always see Usopp get really fucked up, or like his skull cracking type of shit. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah, yeah. That'd be a level.
just to,
What do you think, Mod?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm cool with that. I don't really have anything
Indifferent, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not.
Got you. All right, so we could run it. We can make that one of the supers then. That'd be his level one, or I guess it if it's gonna be like that specifically where he loses damage, but it does more damage. Maybe it should be his level 3.
I think his level 3 should be the big pop green where he shoots and that skull explosion.
Yeah.
What he did against what's her face?
Against Gunko.
Yeah, and apparently he did it also
he
in
did it
the
before,
series.
right?
Yeah, he did it before. Yeah.
Against where? With who?
Let me see. I'm trying to find it.
Is this the Dukuru?
Do you have the name of it?
Bakusaki?
Yeah. You guys have the name of the?
It's a hard name. I'll put it in the chat right now.
Midori Boshi Dokuro Bakuhatsu.
Yeah.
What is the SO? What is the SO?
I don't know.
Okay.
I click on it, but it just won't. Skull exploding grass. That's the English translation.
skull exploding.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot easier.
Yeah, that's what he used to finish off that fishman that was working for Hody Jones. That was his super move. And
is it a seed? What is he shooting? A seed or a bomb? Like
it's a pop green seed that explodes.
Yeah.
It explodes upon contact, releasing a large red explosion in the shape of a skull. Was first used against Donrama out of the ground, blowing him out of the tunnel system he dug. Yeah. I think that should be his level 3 because that's clearly his like most powerful attack.
Like single move.
Yeah. I'm cool with that. So then, do you want to do the beat 'em up super as his level 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
6 damage, maybe a level 2. Because
Do we have level 2s?
is it?
I don't think we have any level 2s.
Well,
Yeah, no, I think
Because it could be, because we could have something else still be a level 1, and this could be like a counter super, and just have it cost 2 meters.
a counter
His
super is actually a good idea.
Yeah.
his bamboo pot green should be the level 1.
Okay, so we can do them both
yeah.
then. So we'll do the is that, am I just calling it bamboo pop green?
Yeah, fuck it.
It's what's it
Bamboo
called?
javelin.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, Java Grove or Green Star bamboo Java Grove groove or whatever.
I like that move. And then the move that he did on Bullet in the Stampede movie, the Hebi Hanabi. That could also be another, because our max super is level 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless fucking Usopp has multiple supers. But like an idea for this one, like, you know, the when Bullet gets wrapped up, like you could have that be the case where he wraps up one up, and then you have like Luffy come Gear 5 and just smack him or some shit like that.
Okay, so we have the bamboo javelin. So are we doing that then for the level 1, or I feel some hesitance here right now. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fine. It was just an idea. I was just, because he has so many goddamn moves, bro. Like
He does.
But I do like the
I really like that beat 'em up idea.
counter.
I think as a counter
beat 'em up
super, I
is a
think
good
that'd
one.
be cool.
Make that a secret level 3, like we did with who do we give a secret level 3? Zoro with Ashura.
Because we made Luffy Gear 5 a separate character, right? That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Luffy doesn't
making him
have
a separate.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
Luffy
making
doesn't
him
have
a
a
separate
secret.
character.
Okay, but Zoro does. All right, that's fine.
Or you can make it tied to a level 3 that's tied to his liberation or something, because we had to discuss his liberation too.
Okay, so I mean, honestly, I actually think it makes sense for his, if it's a counter super, it should be tied behind level 3, just because he's his owner, so he shouldn't have that many defensive options in the first place. So if he is gonna have one, it should be tied behind a lot of meter. Last resort type of thing.
Level 3 super. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Especially because, like you said, right? Like he'll take some damage, but you're gonna do a lot of damage from the people, you know, your team beating the crew beating up whoever.
Yo, you see this shit, right? That's not how you spell it.
Crazy.
Like, what the fuck? Yo, I thought I was going crazy. Like, yo. All right, whatever. I'll fix it later.
So we'll fix it later.
No, it was gonna bother me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it was gonna bother me.
That Google AI said, nah.
Konosuba Usopp gets hit and takes slight amount of damage. Saved by Luffy. Saved by himself. Sanji. Okay. Konosuba Usopp gets hit, takes slight amount of damage, but is saved by Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Chopper who swoop in and deal massive damage. I like that. I actually like that a lot. I think that's really cool. All right, so actually, we have his specials now. We actually got and his liberation.
So Firebird
Star. So yeah, we definitely. So Firebird Star definitely has to be one of his specials now. 236.
We just make. I think we should just make. Yeah, I think it should just be a straightforward projectile.
Firebird through. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think him having an instant get off me or stop doing anything super tied to a special move would be fair.
That's fine.
Yeah, just a straightforward projectile shooting forward as like fire, Firebird projectile shooting forward or whatever.
when you
EX just moves
jumping,
faster.
EX,
little
you
bigger?
can make it move faster, sure. Yeah. EX moves faster.
And this is a ground level projectile, right? This is not a.
Yeah, this is only on the ground.
Yeah, so
Only-
you're
only-
not anti-airing with this.
Yeah, it's just it's a Hadoken basically.
Can he do it in the air?
Like
Is he like kind of doing like Akuma? You know what I mean? Where you jump up and then he shoots it downward, or he shoots it straight?
No, because we already have the seeds.
Ah, true. You're right.
To shoot if we want to shoot down. I don't mind if we could have it in the air, but then he would just be shooting it straight in the air, which I'm not mad at.
That's fine. So like
Yeah.
you could jump up and just get people down and get them off you. Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. It's a way to force people to engage with the traps potentially.
Yeah. What else we got?
Okay.
I got mad
2, 3,
goddamn
6.
fucking.
Oh.
Damn shits.
2,
I
1,
know
4.
we gave. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm just thinking.
So I know we gave Usopp a counter super, but I was also kind of thinking of giving him like a special move counter in same way it's kind of like a DP, but not an actual DP. It's like legit just a counter in the form of his impact down, like literally what happened with Luffy and him when he tried to punch. When Luffy tried to punch Usopp and Usopp was set flying back, but he had the impact dial and it pushed Luffy basically back full screen. And that's why I was thinking that could be the tool to help get people off of Usopp once they're up close, because he's already going to be pretty weak up close.
Well, he's his owner, so he should be. I don't think that it's a good idea to get rid of the one weakness his owner has, because then you get a broken bitch.
Well, no, it's not going to be a strong super though. Or I mean, a strong special. Like we can make it where it's not instant. It doesn't have to be frame 1. It could be like frame 4, so they can't just mash it in between strings and stuff. But if they do happen to connect it, then it pushes them back full screen, because his close range stuff. I'm suspecting that in our game, Usopp is going to be literally the worst up close. Like you get close to him, that's basically GG's. Like that's mauled. You get him mauled. So in order to make it where the game don't instantly end, if the player does happen to be skillful enough to just instantly off the bat get up close to Usopp, and it's not just GG's for simply being Usopp up close, I think having a frame 4 or a frame 5 counter or something like that.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
With a lot of bad recovery
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Can you name me a single zoner with a counter?
A single zoner with a counter?
Or a DP. With the defensive option.
Morgan.
Morgan, one of the most broken characters in fighting game history. My point.
I just saying Morgan.
Yeah, my point. That's the point, bro. Like that shit is, you know what I mean?
But hold on, I'm pretty sure
there's
I can
a reason
name another, because I feel like I have seen zoners with counters or something like that.
Blaze Blue has one. Mu 12 actually, the example you gave earlier, she actually has a full on DP. She's one of the only zoners I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, that's right. She does. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. She does.
But
it's not even a full blown DP either. Like,
are you saying 12,
that's
invincible?
General? This is a counter, so you can wait it out, or like, and they can't mash it out because we're making it frame 4. It's not frame 1 or nothing like that.
Would you make the EX version? Let's say we did do it. The EX version of it frame 1?
No.
Okay.
So what would the X be if that was the case? This is gonna be a special, right? It has to be a special.
Yeah, it'll be a special. Like, I like the idea, and I understand what mod is going. You know, especially to like incorporate that, you know, the impact dial. Maybe.
And all we're doing with it, they can't combo off of it or nothing like that. They just get blown back to full screen, or
what if
3/4 screen or something, whatever.
Yeah, what if just the regular it just does a like a knockback, like not a full screen one, but the EX version does the full screen knockback. but it doesn't do a lot of damage.
I think a Zona with 2 counters is crazy, bro. But if I'm getting outvoted here, then I do think that at the very least that should be
just ideas. I mean,
the case.
I definitely would want to talk to White House about it.
No, I mean, but we can put
like,
it down. I'm just, I just don't, I don't think that that's the way. But if that's the direction that we're taking, then I do think that it should at the very least be, like you said, frame 4, not exactly a true counter. But then if that's the case, when would you use it, and what would the EXP would be my 2 issues.
Well, you would use it still the same as any other counter. You would at any other point of a counter. It's up close. You know, if they trigger it, then you know it. Just to be clear, it can only be triggered via player, not by assist. So in a physical assist hitting it, don't trigger it.
Okay.
So the point character has to trigger it. And like I said, frame 4, it has a lot of recovery. So, you know, the window to, you know, for the counter to work will end, and Usopp will be in a lot of recovery for it. And, you know, that you can have your way with him at that point. But if he connects, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it'll send them back flying full screen. I don't want to literally make it like the actual impact dial where you send 2 times damage of the original impact dial back to the user. Yeah, I think that would be too much. So just make it do a little damage, but it sends them full screen.
Opponent to send the opponent to the other side of the screen. Okay.
The only reason why too is because I don't want it to be quite literally GG's if you get close to him, because we're having everyone start in neutral positions anyway. So, you know, I don't think everyone's starting off literally full screen when the match starts.
How do we? This is 2-1-X. Okay, 2-1-4.
I just picked the direction. I don't care. Y'all want to do something else? That's fine. I just picked one. I didn't really think. Do y'all want to do a different input?
I'm fine with 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
Go ahead.
I was just thinking, like, should we give him a movement special? Like, because this is Usopp. I mean, like, is he able to roll around? Like,
roll back?
Wait, what? Did we say what the EX was for impact?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't know. I was thinking like the EX would. I was just thinking like the EX could be like activating 2 of the full screen knockback, while like the regular, it's just like not a full screen.
I guess you can get a combo if that's the case.
Okay, it keeps you there for
Or maybe it just wall bounces you full screen, and then you can do like a projectile follow up.
Oh, what if the EX gives you the wall bounce? Like,
mister, I'm gonna lose it, bro.
Is that what you were saying?
I literally just said something, bro. Hey, no, that was like straight out of a movie, bro. I was like, yo, let's do this. Mister said, no, wait. What if we do this? Like, all right, bro.
Well, that's fine. You did it to me earlier with the bullet thing.
I did. It's payback.
Oh yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Kelly.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, if we're gonna go this direction, I'm still against this. I'm not gonna lie. Because the more I think about it, the more 2 counters on this character who's already going to be hell to get into in the first place. That's the drawback, which is why zonas are weak close range anyways, because it's gonna be hard to get. It's supposed to be hard to get close range in the first place. On top of him being able to set traps, so if they do get close, they get hit by them. I think that 2 counters on top of that is a lot.
What? Oh, by the way, Callie, I got another character. What's his face from Street Fighter 6?
Are you talking about with the DP? Zona with a DP? Talking about JP?
Yeah, JP.
Well, but no,
literally a
JP's
counter. Literally a counter.
Yeah, JP shit is a super. That's why I'm cool with it, because you got to spend meter for his shit. Even though his shit is still pretty broken, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen plenty of people complain about that shit.
It got nerfed last time I remember. I mean, I haven't played Street Fighter 6 in like a year, but it got nerfed. But like, I don't think JP is even top 5 anymore, is he?
Well, before it got nerfed, he was 100% top 3, top 2, whatever.
Oh yeah, of course.
Which is again to the point that zoners with defensive options are broken.
Hold on. Just to be clear though, it wasn't the counter. It wasn't like that he had a counter that was the problem. It was how it operated. Everyone said just make the counter work differently, because the problem was the counter could work. You couldn't grab him out of the counter. Yeah. Like he can just use the counter and you can you try to grab him, it works. And that's not how usually it works at all in fighting games. Like in most fighting games, you can grab people out of counters on frame 1, or no matter what. That was the broken part about him. Usopp, we're obviously making it where you can grab Usopp like out of the counter. Like
okay. I mean, I'm cool with it. Then I'm over it. So we can keep it like this, and the EX can just combo off of it.
Yeah, if anything, we'll always change it.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. Do we want 1 or 2 more specials? He should have maybe 1 or 2 more.
Least, yeah.
He should, I guess, have an anti-air projectile.
No, I mean we already made it where the pop greens can anti-air if you aim up. They just have very low recovery.
Yeah, and you also can't combo off it. So maybe you should have one that he can combo. Maybe you should have one that he can combo off of.
Okay.
I don't think he should. I ain't gonna hold you.
Really?
I think because I think like the Firebird Star, we already making it air okay, so Usopp can already jump up and Hadoken you. And I'm assuming the Firebird Star is going to have soft knockdown, so you just plummet straight down, and then you're forced to engage with being grounded again.
I think jumping and shooting a projectile is a lot different than having a dedicated anti-air, especially if you can't combo off of it. Like because if he doesn't have anything to combo off of, what is he anti-airing? He would only have whatever his dedicated anti-air normal is, which I'm assuming wouldn't be that great, since all his normals aren't going to be that good anyway.
But I mean, let's say, okay, let me ask you this: if let's say hypothetically the opponent jumps and they're in the air, and you jump as an Usopp player, predicted that, and you already in the air with a Firebird Star, they get hit and they get soft knocked down. Do the traps spring up if you land on if you soft knockdown
into
land
a trap?
on the trap?
I'd be cool with that, but that's my thing with that though, is like you said, that's predetermined. You're making a guess on when your opponent's going in the air, trying to catch him with your own jump button, as opposed to reacting to a jump with an anti-air button. You know what I mean?
But it's a whole special move though. It's like it's a Hadoken. That's what I'm saying. So if I'm full screen, I jump up and do that. Because here's the thing, if I already set some pop star traps down, you're not going to just simply run across anymore if I'm jumping up shooting Hadokens. Because, obviously the trap is right there, so you just can't simply run. I mean, you can run block, but you know what I mean? We're already making it an obstacle for you.
Okay.
So if you
cool with that.
if you give him like, a dedicated projectile anti-air, I feel like that might be a little much.
I'm cool with that. I agree with your reasoning. So what do we want to do for the next special? Let me see what they got on the list.
What has he got?
It's got so many. Like he got this plant.
He got the banana boat. Yo.
Banana boat. Oh my goodness.
Should he have a special move dedicated to the Usopp hammer or no?
The only thing is, I feel like, I don't know. How would you do it? Depends on how you do it.
I prefer his. I like his plant attacks more than I do his hammer shit. But
yeah, I feel like the hammer, because it doesn't really do any damage. So like you'd either have to make it not canon and have it actually do damage, or you'd have to incorporate it in some funny, or you'd have to incorporate it in some funny way where it's not doing
like a
damage or
gag
doing
super.
something. Yeah, like a gag. But you know what? Maybe that could be
Ooh.
incorporated. Maybe that could be incorporated into the counter super. Actually, it's already doing a lot, but like that would be cool. Maybe he hits him with the hammer, but it doesn't do anything, and then he gets hit, and then the game comes in. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's a lot, though.
It was. I mean, it'd be a whole animation thing, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if, but because Mod had mentioned the fact that like Usopp's trying to tell a lie. What if he like starts off like, "Hey, come here, like I need to tell you something," because Kiryu brought up the rubber band thing. So what if he tries to like rubber band the person's eye, but then they like get mad, hit him dumb hard, and that's when the crew comes in?
Well, we wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, we want to incorporate the hammer, right? That's what we were talking about. We want to try and get the hammer specifically.
So we could do the hammer, or the hammer could be, or rubber band, or the hammer could be the taunt also.
Well, y'all thinking of the big Usopp hammer called Usopp Pound? Because I had to look it up. He has several different hammers.
Yeah.
He has his work hammer, the one where he actually hits people with and they get bumps on their head. Remember, forgot who he did, but he was like Usopp hammer, Usopp hammer, Usopp.
I think
like
that was Fish Dude, wasn't it?
Yeah, him. He just kept spamming it over and over, and it was his regular work hammer. Then he got the fake out hammer, which are huge. The
air-filled
basically
ones,
balloon, air-filled ones. So he got those. The 100-ton hammer.
So if we could do his work hammer, we could do his work hammer and have it an actual. But what would you do with it? If it was a special?
Actually, never mind on the hammer being the special thing now. That I think about it. Maybe it should just be a part of his normals. Or
it could be a normal, like one of his buttons. He's just hitting people up close with the hammer. Like it shouldn't be.
Yeah. Like he's using it. No, I like that. Like his down normal is like him just hammering your foot type of shit. Like that's his low. like something annoying. Like he's like, he knows that's just gonna hurt. Like
I'm cool with that. So we're back to specials. We definitely still need one or two more.
He has dials, but I think Impact Dial should be the only one that we really.
Impact Dial should be. I think that's good enough to cover the basis of his dials. He doesn't need to have. I think as long as he has at least one aspect of the majority of his kit, then it should be fine. It doesn't have to have,
He has more pop green stuff. I don't know if you.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know if you want to incorporate more pop green into his arsenal, or maybe a part of it. Because honestly, some of these pop green stuff could sound low key like outright broken, and I would think like maybe using those in his liberation. Which
he also has his ball stars too. We've been doing, fireball star and Tabasco star and all that shit like that.
Oh yeah,
like the smaller ones before he got Kabuto. Those things he was doing, the shit he was doing with the slingshot.
Yeah, true.
So I think either that or pop green, or we could do one for each. We could do another pop green and then maybe one of those, and then
I think that's a good idea.
So which pop you guys see any pop greens that are sticking out to you?
The Shuriken one sounds cool.
Yes, it's
There's also one that that shoots out a flower, and the flower pops up and it makes you go asleep.
Ooh.
But that was the one I was thinking that might be a little bit too broken.
Yeah, that sounds broken.
Unless you put it in his liberation or something like that to justify it, maybe.
I don't think he should have too many moves, especially since we don't want to make him the trap kick, right? We want to make him more zoning to trap. We don't want to have him have too many moves that keep the opponent hit stun.
That's what I was thinking. The Shuriken, because he shoots like flower.
Oh, that could work like the shit you were talking about, Mod, like Hilda's shit. The Shuriken shit, it could literally work like Hilda's, where he throws it in the sky, and then maybe after a little bit of time, it just rains Shurikens on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could do that.
What's the name of it?
Plantis Shuriken.
What's our input? Yo, they need to create more motions.
You got the the Shoryuken motion if we do that, but
Shoryuken 623.
Yes,
we can do that. We can make impact dial 623 since it's the
Actually, yeah, because
counter, right?
it's like a DP. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then we can make Plantis Shuriken at 214.
Perfect.
What does he shoot in the sky? What does he shoot? What is it called again? Plantis Shuriken. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna find it on this site. Yeah, because this shit has all the fucking. Oh no, it's right here.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no fucking picture or nothing. You seen it on his page?
It's in the manga. I'm gonna post it. I'll post it right on the Twitch. Right
That's cool.
there.
Okay.
But it shows him just like shooting out the shurikens coming out. So you could have him like just would he be able to aim it or just go straight? Or would it be at an angle?
Okay, I see he's shooting some. We can't see what he's shooting, but I see all the shurikens, the flower shurikens coming out of it.
Yeah.
So we were thinking, we were thinking based on Hilda. Have you played Unit?
I don't know who Hilda is.
Okay.
I played
So
Yu-Gi-Oh!
no, I was talking to Mystic because I know you know mine. We were talking about it, but she has this move where she throws an orb into the sky, and then after a short period of time, it rains projectiles down.
Oh,
So
I like that.
We could do that like Usopp. He shoots the sapling into the sky, and then after a few seconds, it just rains down some shuriken.
Oh, the shuriken. Oh, that's fire. Let's go.
Yeah, there you go. If you want that to be like, that could be kind of like a pseudo anti-air projectile, like, not full-blown dedicated one, but
So
you kind of do that.
The sapling that he shoots in the sky, that wouldn't have a hitbox, right?
No.
Right. All right. Sapling into the sky that briefly lingers before raining plant shuriken downward. What are we thinking for the EX?
Oh.
I don't even remember how
one,
the EX works.
I got it. Oh,
okay.
Go ahead, Mister. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You first.
Okay, I was gonna say the regular motion's only a few shuriken. The EX like a bunch, at least for like a full second. Or
so
actually,
it lasts longer. The EX one is more
longer.
active.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And maybe it activates quicker too. It depends on what you want to do here, though.
I was thinking like because we incorporate the super kabuto, like it just gets bigger. Like it's like bigger shuriken, so it takes up more space.
Oh yeah, so have it with the animation, his kabuto just grows.
You see it grow and then boom, like some.
Yeah.
So it just makes the projectiles larger and cover more of the screen.
Yeah. I mean, I do like the idea that mine has said too, though. I mean, whatever you guys think. I defer to you guys more.
I get it.
I think it raining down more projectiles and it lingering, that makes it linger, or the attack itself linger longer, would be more beneficial, because it gives him a chance to potentially combo if you're fast enough to, to do something.
Wait, so you're saying it should be just lingering more than rather than... Because
the original, in my mind, right, the projectiles are going, I mean, it's going up, and then it just rains down the projectile, right? I'm saying the regular version, it doesn't rain down much. It rains down like 1/4 of a second of projectiles. It's not enough to combo or really do anything, but enough to, annoy someone or, make it hard for them to get in. EX it will be like a full second of raining down. And you have enough time to, if you're based on positioning, and how alert you are, you might have enough time to get something off in terms of combos and stuff.
Okay.
Whether it's you shoot a Venus fly trap.
Yeah, I think I like that.
Yeah, because then you get enough time to shoot a Venus fly trap, And
No,
then
I like that idea too.
yeah,
I'm just trying to think of like how we incorporate like the Kabuto getting bigger. Maybe it could be like a down buff type of thing.
I was actually going to say why not make his down? Why not give him a down special that makes him just simply roll, where he rolls backwards or forwards depending on the
I ain't gonna
button.
lie, I gotta cut the line there, bro. I gotta cut the line there, bro. I gotta stop it there, bro. This nigga does not need to be keeping you across the screen, to be countering when you get close, and then when that doesn't work, to be able to roll out the way, bro.
No, it's not invincible. How about not invincible?
So what's the
you
purpose?
can get hit out of it, just for movement in case if the Usopp player feels nervous about the player getting close.
Bro, I can't get behind this, bro. I feel like you're trying to make it as easy as a time for Usopp as possible because he's a zoner, when that is the whole direction behind a zoner is for them to have a hard time once the opponent gets close.
Okay, let me ask you this. We got different health values, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Make Usopp the lowest health character in the game, which is lore accurate.
I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I wasn't. My brain was
No
raining.
problem.
My brain was raining.
Honestly, I was actually thinking that too because Hawkeye was one of the lowest health characters in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Ultimate.
He wasn't the
Marvel.
lowest though. He was like
he was one of the lower ones though, lower end, and like
yeah.
we could definitely do the same to Usopp,
Okay. Just know when this nigga is top one, I'm maining him, and I'm blaming my when I win the Arxis, when I win the One Piece World Tour, bro, I'm saying Mod did this. Just blame Mod for this.
Question. But you can't spam it though, right? Because like if you spam it, then it gets slower or it becomes. Is it not? As you said, it's not invincible, right?
No, yeah, it's not invincible. He has some recovery at the end of it, so it's just all it is just a positioning tool. It's just literally positioning to run for Usopp to run because he's known for running,
and he's not a fast character either. Like even with his running, so
yeah, like it's just a tactical move. It has nothing that like you're thinking of like roles in other fighting games like Persona and stuff like that where there's some invincibility and stuff.
Yeah, and then like if you spam it, it loses the invincibility. Like after like you do it like 2 or 3 times.
Right.
If you spam it too much.
Wait, okay.
I mean, there's no invincibility at all.
You're saying something different right now. I'm not gonna lie. We're saying there's no invincibility on the move at all.
No, I know. No, I know. I'm saying because if there was, then because in other fighting games, when you have a roll after, if you spam it too much, it'll lose that invincibility.
Oh, you're just saying other fighting games. Okay.
Yeah. Because I just don't want like if that's the case, like I don't want Usopp spamming it. Like there should be the Usopp player should have a drawback for spamming it.
So does he just roll forward? Is that it? LMH.
No, he can roll one button. He rolls forward. One button. He rolls backwards. And I honestly don't think there should be a repercussion for it. It's literally just a movement tool, same as like, unless we have penalty. Do we have a penalty in this game for running away like some games do?
I feel like we don't. I think we made it so you gain more. I know we had the meter shit. I think we had it so you gain meter from blocking and stuff.
And walking forward. We already gave some incentives for people to walk forward, but I don't know about a penalty
for walking backwards.
I don't know if we're talking about a penalty for walking back specifically. No.
Yeah, some games do it.
I don't need it. I'm cool without it. I mean,
Okay, because I'm about to say if we had that, then make the barrel roll the same as that. But if we don't have it, then no, I don't. Outside of
what does EX barrel roll do?
He rolls and shoots something.
Or psych out.
I like
he
that.
Rolls,
he rolls
one way goes into the other.
I mean, that'd be cool too. Either that or a follow. I'm cool with either of those, to be honest. I like the follow up.
I like the follow up too, actually. Follow up into, and you can start comboing or some shit.
Should he follow up with a pop green seed maybe, or should it just be like just a nameless attack?
We can make it one of the other pop green. Make it like the human Drake pop green that comes out, some shit. Because that's the one that the little dude, like a bunch of flowers pop up on him and holds him in place, and then you could combo. Just an idea. Human Drake.
What's the pop green you're talking about? Human
It's
Drake.
called
Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Yo, what the hell is this cryptid, yo? Yo, this cryptid creature, yo. Yo, this shit looks so crazy.
Or the fucking banana boat comes out real quick, gets smacked.
Oh, this wolf is cool too. Creates a wolf out of grass.
Oh, the wolf grass is sick. Actually, do that.
That's cool as
That's
fuck.
cooler.
I didn't even know you did that shit. Yo, what the hell?
That's cooler.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that move. That move was in also One Piece Burning Blood. That was a move.
What's the name of that move?
Green Star Impact Wolf.
Oh shit, that one's fire. Yeah, that's the one.
Did it maybe launch them on Impact? I'm just thinking of random shit. It doesn't have to be that way. I'm just spitballing.
Ooh, Kiryu, in your chat says, EX barrel's projectile invulnerable that shoots explosive stars in multiple directions and can roll twice. You can choose if he shoots on the first or second roll.
I'm not with the invul. I'm really trying. I've been anti-defense for this fellow this whole time.
Yeah.
So
What you have to understand is that you give him any more,
yeah,
he's just gonna straight shoot it down.
I'm just maining him. That's it. Like, bro, I'm winning with this nigga. Like, nobody's touching me. Are you kidding me?
I honestly don't think this move list is top one move list. Like, I don't see.
I think this is top one so far.
Nah, I don't think so.
From a competitive, not a competitive. We don't really know how it would work competitively, but just
because I mean
on paper,
it seems like it. But some stuff seemingly on paper don't actually work out in meta. Sometimes, a lot of times, actually. But
I'm cool to keep the Impact Wolf. We appreciate the idea though, Strider.
Yeah.
Unless y'all want to do it, my vote's for to keep it like Impact Wolf.
No, I like the Impact Wolf. I think it'll look cooler too. Anyway, like.
Yeah, I'm down for Impact Wolf.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that, and then it's just the Liberation, right?
Oof, man.
Yep.
What would be the Liberation? Soga King.
Soga King is unironically. He puts the mask on. That'd be the cool aesthetic, or that could be the name of it.
Yeah. Man, I'm kind of like.
What does he get for it though? What do we?
That's what we'd have to.
I'm kind of hoping he gets the fucking hammer, bro, in Elbath. I'm not gonna lie, because that would be crazy.
That would be perfect. If he gets the hammer in the next year or two, we can come back here and his Liberation is set. Or you are good.
It don't have to be something. Not all liberations have to be drastic either. Some could just be simple attack boost, speed boost, or whatever else ideas we have.
So what if he turns into Morgan? He just loses recovery on all his specials, and he can just rapid fire them bitches.
I'm fine with that.
That's fire.
Cool with that?
Then that's cool. That's cool. What do we call it?
I just call it Soga King, but I mean.
Oh yeah. He goes into that mode.
Puts on the mask and he starts locked in. Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. That's perfect. And the theme is playing while he's out in that form for now.
There was another idea I have, but this one might be more funny. Unironically, this one actually might be more balanced. The other idea I had was in Soga King mode, everything he shoots is just automatically tracking you because of his sniper, King of Snipers. So he could just it just tracks to you. But I don't know. I don't know how I,
think that's
feel
OP.
about that.
Yeah, I think that's OP. I ain't gonna lie, it's super OP. You telling me all I gotta do is sit there and press pop seed, and they're just stuck. Like seed, and then you just gotta sit there and hold that shit. And then when you try to move, there's traps on the ground, so you can't even like.
But it sounds so hilarious though.
Funny,
Like, it sounds so Usopp. It sounds so Usopp. See, like.
Only for 15 seconds, like, you know. He gets a time limit, bro. Like,
oh man, that would be hilarious. Hey, players will be fans.
they'd hate us, bro. They hate us, dude.
Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
I'm cool with this. He dons his soaking mask and has much less recovery on all the specials, allowing it to rapid fire said specials.
That's fine too.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that's about it for Usopp, right? I don't think
Yeah, I think we fleshed him out pretty well.
character's cool. I like this character. I think this is my favorite one so far. I'm not gonna lie, this character's actually mad cool.
Actually, funny enough, Sanji's is my favorite so far, and I don't think we finished him.
I gotta go back.
No,
I have to go back and watch that
we did.
episode.
Yeah, we did all this stuff.
We did. We even went through his liberation. I don't remember us.
He gets a third action and then it's cooking me to stay full.
Yeah. We just didn't flesh it out.
Yeah,
but okay.
yeah.
Ooh,
we
what's
didn't really
his-
flesh out anybody's liberation. I think that was most.
What's his taunt?
Dude, taunt? I don't think we did taunts for anybody, bro.
Usopp's will be very easy. Just simply, I have 8,000 men at my side. You know.
Him telling a lie every time.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be funny.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, I guess that's about it, right? We're good for Usopp?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, you guys let us know in the comments what you guys think, how you guys feel about Usopp. If we did a good job, what you guys would change. Let us know how you feel about all the characters. Now, I mean, we definitely want to hear what you guys think. Maybe get some ideas on what we can change and whatnot. We're trying to make an amazing fighting game here, and you guys can help. All right, so leave a comment. Let us know what you think.
We'll really get this sent to Bandai someday.
Yes, indeed. Big shouts to everybody that was in chat today. We appreciate you guys showing love, giving us ideas. Make sure you guys tune in every Sunday, twitch.tv/Cali_Mac or YouTube @Straw Hat Sit Down. Every Sunday we are live with the One Piece goodness. Make sure you tap in, tune in, show us some love. Big shout out to everybody watching this after the fact on Spotify Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, etc. We appreciate you guys as well. Make sure you guys follow us on all our socials @Straw Hat Sit Down on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. You look for us, you will find us. I think we are back from break. No, I think are we back from break next week? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not sure.
I think we're back from break next week. Regardless, we'll be live next Sunday. Whether we have a chapter to go over or not, we'll be live next Sunday with some more One Piece goodness. So make sure you guys tap in. I think that's about it, right? Yeah, that's about it.
On Visit says we should be getting a chapter in 7 days. So.
Okay, so next week. All right, yeah, so we do get a chapter next week. All right, so we'll be live next week with a chapter review. Make sure you guys tune in then. Until next time, though, you guys take it easy, be safe, be healthy. We appreciate each and every one of you guys, and we will see y'all when we see y'all. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Who gon' get down? We are. This that Straw Hat Sit Down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that One Piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Straw Hat Sit Down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that One Piece? We are. Straw Hat Sit Down crew in the building. We Corona to these other podcasts. We gon' put these people in their feelings when they hear this and they know that they can't top this. We spit facts and we poppin' every time an episode is dropping. We see D3 in the corner, Mister, that's a real G with the green screen in the background. Got him looking like he in a real scene. We got Big Mod in the cut. Always ready with rebuttals, but he bring the knowledge when we in the huddle, so you know the crew is never gonna fumble. And it's wild, last but not least. If you ask me, then Cali, mad the captain, make him rally around me. Every Sunday, we gon' run deep, and we can't stop until we find out about that One Piece. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Straw Hat Sit Down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' get down. We are. This that straw hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one